Are you taking bread, biscuit, and noodles and pastas and cornflakes and thinking it to be healthy? Well, think again. As a cardiologist, today I'm going to share you 5 breakfast mistakes which increases the risk of heart disease. So, what are the common breakfast mistakes? The most common breakfast mistakes in Indian scenario is that it is loaded with high carbohydrate. Second, it lacks protein as well as fiber, and it has tremendous amount of bad fat, which is a trans fat, and trans fats are deadly fats which increases the risk of various diseases including heart disease as well as cancer. And most of the time the breakfast options that we choose in our diet are having empty calories. They do not have much of a nutritional values. They are having only calories, but they do not have much of a vitamins or minerals. So these are the common mistakes in our breakfast options which we use in day-to-day life. So what are the worst breakfasts that we take generally? The most common is the fried food. Second, sugary breakfast, especially the bakery products. And third, the packaged cereals like cornflakes, mueslis, or instant oats. So these fried foods, although they are tasty, they're crunchy, they're ubiquitous, we like them quite a lot, but they are not at all healthy. On the contrary, fried foods and excessively deep fried foods has their own drawbacks. They are associated with various health related issues. So to begin with, deep fried foods are having excessive amount of trans fat, and this trans fat causes various issues. One of them is it can lead on to heart blockages, especially deep fried foods which they use the same oil time and again, especially in the restaurant food. The restaurants use the same oil to reheat the oil. So that repeated heating of the oil generates trans fat, and these trans fats are deadly for the heart. The fried foods also contain lots of refined products, especially maida. All those like puris or bhaturas, samosas, kachoris, they are made of maida, namkeens, and this maida increases the sugar significantly. And they lack any nutritional, they do not have any nutrition because they are empty calories, they do not have vitamins or minerals, and they are often salty. Salt is added separately, or they are consumed with pickles or papad, and thereby it increases the blood pressure as well as it puts strain on the heart as well as the kidneys. Excessively deep fried foods also have digestive issues also, because of the frying of the food. What happens is that the gastric emptying is delayed. The food stays in the stomach for a longer period of time, and since it stays in the stomach for a longer period of time, it causes the reflux disease. We tend to have more of an indigestion, more of an acidity, more of a burping. So all these digestive problems also happens because once we take lots of fried. And last but not the least, because of the generation of this trans fat, because of repeated heating of the oil, the trans fats are generated like aldehyde or acrylamide, and these are potential carcinogen. In the long term, exposure to all those repeated fried foods can be carcinogenic. So these are the drawbacks of a deep fried food which we commonly consume in our diet, especially in the breakfast. So deep fried foods especially are absolutely no, especially puris or bhaturas or samosas, kachoris, namkeens. All this should be avoided as much as possible for a better health. So what are the other breakfast mistakes that we do apart from the fried items? We have usually consume breakfast cereals. And breakfast cereals includes cornflakes, it includes mueslis, it includes instant oats. And all those usually we take with milk, and we add on top of it honey or sugar. All those options, breakfast cereals, we consider them to be healthy, but they are absolutely not healthy. Why they are not healthy? Because you have to see on their package. On their package, if you see carefully, their carbohydrate content is very high, as I have shown in this chart. So this is the cornflakes, which shows the total carbohydrate content per serving of cornflakes is around 36 gram. 36 gram means around 9 teaspoon of sugar. So per serving you are taking 9 teaspoon of sugar, even if you are not adding sugar onto it. And if you are adding a sugar or honey on top of it, it becomes even more carbohydrate heavy. So ideally, per serving of any food, carbohydrate content should be less than 5. That is ideal. But out here you can see it is way more than that. Per serving is 36 gram. That means 7 times more. So that is regarding the cornflakes. What about the muesli? Muesli also is the same. The per serving of muesli contains around almost 42 gram of carbohydrate. That means almost 11 teaspoon of sugar. So it is nothing but a sugary food. So both cornflakes as well as mueslis are full of sugar, and top of it, most of the times sugary things are added onto it. So it becomes even more sugary. So if you think that cornflakes and mueslis are healthy, they are not healthy. And contrary to the popular belief, even oats, especially instant oats, there are different types of oats. We have a video on oats. You can go and see our video on oats, which we have linked out there. But especially instant oats also has high carbohydrate content. As I have shown in this chart, per serving of oats, especially instant oats, has around 27 gram of carbohydrate. That means almost like 7 teaspoon of sugar. So oats, although they are considered healthy, but instant oats are not healthy because of their high carbohydrate load. So breakfast cereals, be it muesli, be it cornflakes, be it instant oats, are to be avoided if you want to have a healthy breakfast, along with avoidance of the fried food. Some of us do take other types of breakfast items, especially we take murmure, we take chida. So all these things also are made of rice, and they are basically full of carbohydrate. They do not have fiber, so they do not have much of a nutritional value. They raises the sugar, and they keep us hungry because they do not provide any sort of satiety, and they do not have any much of a nutritional value. And they are, since they do not have fiber, it produces lots of GI problem and constipation. So traditional items like murmure or chidwa should be avoided if you want to consume a healthy breakfast. What about bakery items? Very commonly you consume biscuits, we consume cakes, we consume pastries. They are once again made with maida, they are made with unhealthy oils, so that raises the blood sugar. They do not have fiber, so they keep us hungry time and again, and they raise the blood sugar and they promote weight gain. So bakery products also are strictly no, including biscuits as well. So what about other products which we commonly consume in our breakfast? Especially these products are either rice based or wheat based. So wheat based products could be roti or paratha, or it could be upma, it could be semolina or vermicellis, or sometimes we take white breads also, and white breads especially with jelly. So all these products, especially wheat based products, are carbohydrate heavy, especially if it is topped with jam or jellies. So this sort of wheat based products also needs to be avoided, because wheat actually has a high glycemic index, much like rice. So somebody is consuming white rice also in the breakfast also is not a very good option, because both white rice based products as well as wheat based products raises your blood sugar, because they are carbohydrate heavy, their fiber content is less, so they do not keep us full for a very long period of time. So regarding the beverages, we like to take beverages in the morning, especially we take milk tea, especially if it is sweetened with sugar or jaggery. Sometimes we take other things like fruit juices. So these are also very rich in sugar, and that raise the blood sugar significantly early in the morning. Early in the morning, especially when you take these substances, liquid sugar in empty stomach, they raise our sugar significantly, and because of the significant raise in the blood sugar, it promotes it, and it causes sugar fall subsequently after a couple of hours, and thereby it increases our hunger and it causes fatigability all throughout the day. As well as it is not good for weight control, it is not good for your sugar control, it is not good for your cholesterol, neither is good for your heart. So all these sugary beverages also needs to be avoided if you want to have a healthy breakfast. Now you must be thinking that if I cannot consume all those things which I am consuming always, what do I consume? Do I have any other option? Do I have a healthy breakfast option? The answer is yes. There are lots of healthy as well as tasty breakfast options available to you. So if you want to have a healthy as well as tasty breakfast option, kindly comment on the comment section to know what are the healthy as well as tasty breakfast option which you can choose in your daily day-to-day life, so that you can keep your sugar controlled, you can keep your blood pressure control, you can keep your triglyceride control, you can keep your weight under control, and your heart also in a healthy shape. So these are all in all, these are the breakfast, 5 breakfast options which you need to avoid if you want to have a healthy life. First and foremost, avoid fried foods. The reason we have already discussed. Second, breakfast cereals, oatmeal, especially instant oats, cornflakes or mueslis. Third, bakery items like biscuits, cakes, pastries. Fourth, wheat based and rice based product. And fifth, is sweetened beverages, especially sweetened tea, especially sweetened milk tea and fruit juices. So these are the 5 items we need to avoid if you want to have a healthy breakfast. If you like our content, kindly subscribe to our channel and put on the bell icon. And if you like our video, you should go back and see our video on millet, where we have discussed about how to cook millets and how millets are healthy for us.